Hello, everybody. Captain Marty here. Hope you've been here before to listen to our fishing reports and maybe our stories. We're glad you're here today, and I do have some fishing news. As things have settled down a little bit, I'll be right back.
Locally owned and operated since 1971, Billy's Seafood has been providing the locals and visitors of the Outer Banks with some of the freshest seafood you'll find. Not too far off the beaten path down Collington Road in KDH, Billy's Seafood has become a landmark for those seeking top-notch seafood at affordable prices. Billy's Seafood also has beer, wine, grandma's tuna salad, and other groceries as well. To see more, go online to billyseafoodobx.com. Billy's Seafood, putting fresh seafood on your table for over 50 years.
When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wanchi's OffRoad Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find him on social media. Wanchi's OffRoad Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks.
So we usually start out with the offshore fishing, and we'll do that again today. Down to Hatteras, good dolphin fishing, mostly smaller fish, dolphin or mahi, whatever you want to call them. A mixture of that, blackfin tuna, and a scattered wahoo. A few billfish, every once in a while blue marlin, and every once in a while sailfish. Not really as good as I'd like to see it, but you put all that together, the guys are coming up with a day, and they can improvise and do other things as well, like bottom fishing, for instance. I did not have an inshore report, but they had been catching Spanish mackerel and a few king mackerel down that way for the inshore boats, not to mention the drum fishing we'll talk about in the backcountry report. The Oregon Inlet Fleet, they had a nice mix of blackfin tuna and yellowfin tuna. Yesterday, they also had some good catches of dolphin or mahi and a scattered sailfish. There was at least one blue marlin. I know the fin planter caught a blue marlin. Decent fishing for them. And then their inshore fleet is doing really well on ribbonfish almost every day. And if you said, what is a ribbonfish? It's a long, exotic-looking fish, silvery, big mouth, a lot of teeth. And they, when I was fishing those same waters, there was no such thing, but they're there now, and they are good to eat. Actually, I've had them a couple times now, and they were pretty good. So they jump, and so it gives inshore boats, half-day boats, kids, things like that, something really fun and exotic to catch. So good for them. Pier and surf fishing, a nice mix of bottom fish, sea mullet, spots and croakers, typical for this time of year. I did talk to somebody yesterday that did pretty good and caught 5 or 6 pompano. He said they caught a few, and they weren't real big, but he was fishing down in Rodanthe. So we have a few pompano in the surf. I don't think I've ever eaten a pompano. I'm not sure about that, but I don't think I've ever eaten one. They're supposedly one of the very best fish that we catch to eat. So there are a few pompano around in addition to those bottom fish. There's also bluefish and Spanish mackerel on the piers and in the surf. Again, that's not breaking news. That's just what we've been talking about for a month now. As the fall gets a little bit closer, we'll see the bluefish get bigger. We'll see more drum activity. There's still a few big fish being caught along the beaches, occasionally a decent drum down at Cape Point, occasionally a cobia. So there's always the possibility, and some of our piers this time of year will catch a tarpon or a king mackerel. We got the guys out on the end of the pier doing that, and sometimes a shark or two. So that's what's going on the piers and the surf fishing. We are in the lull between billfish tournaments. The Virginia Beach tournament will be getting underway Thursday, and we'll see if any of our hometown boys does any good up that way. Meanwhile, I'm going to take just a little quick break to hear a word from our sponsor, and I'll be back to talk to you about the backcountry. Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine or repair, I send them to the best, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Suzuki outboard dealer. Suzuki motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock whenever you're ready. Ratcliffe Marine is also the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Suzuki serviced, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264 in Belhaven. All right, in the backcountry, I had mentioned yesterday that the trout bite had slowed down a little bit. It sounds like it picked back up today. I did talk to some folks that went, and they weren't the big trout, but they were a lot of keepers. And you keep, I think it's 4 per person. So all summer. We've had a great bite on speckled trout, and that continues. The drum bite, the drum overall are smaller, and one good thing about that is a lot of them are in the slot, which means you can keep one to eat. There's still a few big drum around, and what the encouraging thing is, it's widespread. It's from the Western Sound and then over to our inlets out to the oceans, or back of the inlets has been a real good spot. And the Hatteras boys down there, the backcountry boys in Hatteras, they've been doing good on all sizes of drum, and they're also doing really well on some bluefish down there. So there's plenty of activity. There's plenty of places to fish this time of year. You can also, as we've been talking about a lot this summer, if you can get around some structure anywhere, you got a real good chance of catching some sheephead. Sheephead seem to me, anyways, to really be one of the fish that's really, really on the increase. That's if you're not familiar with them, they're in the porgy family or in the same family snappers are, and they're really, really good to eat. Their diet consists of crabs. They have big sharp teeth, and occasionally they'll eat barnacles and oysters, break oysters apart too. So they have a really nice flavor to them, really fun to catch, pull hard as any fish pound for pound that there is. So you might look into doing a little sheephead fishing, especially like around the bridges. And one good spot is the Bonner Bridge, the old Bonner Bridge Pier. Although it's getting plenty of activity, but the tides are really important. So you want to ask at your tackle shops when is the best absolute time to go, and they'll fix you right up. So that's what's going on in our fishing report, and I do appreciate you stopping by. If anything changes, or if there's any breaking news like a giant marlin or something going on in the sound, I'll let you know. We do this every day, so come back by and see us. Have a great day.